talk about the criminal abuse verification forms
Um,
that fathers are
Honestly,
pressured into signing, and you say not to do it.
to finalize the divorce at some point, you're going to have to. That's just a part of completing the process. I don't know a lot about them, but I'm told there's usually like a critical point where they're trying to intimidate you, where they'll throw it out there, and they had hers filled out, and they might try and get you for lying about something. So I will end up completing that at some point. When we get to the divorce process and the discovery's done, which was a battle, we're settling everything. I'll have no problem filling that out, but I'm not going to fall victim to another game by her lawyer. She actually fired that lawyer last week, ironically.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or that lawyer fired her. Someone else came to
Right.
me.
You don't
Yeah,
know, right? Like
someone
the,
came to me telling a story about that law firm dropping their ex in the past. I don't know how true it is. I may never know. All I know is they parted ways. It could have been a financial issue. I just received a 126-page objection to my civil suit against her. She had to pay this lawyer 5 grand to file something that big. It
you're
is
not
law.
you're not you're not having to pay all of her legal fees, right?
No, no. So her initial lawyer, everything she filed, tried to insist that I would pay her legal fees, tried to request I pay her legal fees. So finally, over this past year and a half, she wasn't turning over her bank statements for the discovery information, like she was hiding something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was on my first lawyer, file a motion for sanctions, get this going. And my lawyer dropped the ball for months, didn't file it. Then when we had the date, my lawyer didn't show up and gave me some BS excuse. Oh, it's not going to matter. It's like, it will. We can't file for sanctions if we don't start this. So I had her refile, but I got another lawyer to show up for that hearing, and that second lawyer assured me we had everything. Wasn't until I terminated that lawyer that I saw that we don't have the bank statements. You lied to me, you know? If I didn't terminate you, I never would have known. I've been sitting on the fence about this stuff. So finally, I filed my own motion to compel. And her lawyer showed up trying to sidetrack, talk in this direction. There's so much litigation. He's trying to
Yeah.
bankrupt my client, blah, blah, blah. And I won. I won the motion. And in the motion, the threat of sanctions was imposed that if they didn't turn these in within 20 days. So her original lawyer, the clock was ticking down. There was about 11 days left, and that's when the whole separation of that lawyer and the new lawyer took over.
Mm-hmm.
But her original lawyer was still on the hook for these sanctions if she doesn't turn this stuff over. She tried to ignore it or whatever. Finally, yesterday, I received everything just in the nick of time. Like, I was prepared to sit down today and start typing up my sanctions requests and everything, and they turned everything over. But it shouldn't take all that. You know, this is a process that's been dragged out. There's stuff that I'm sure is hitting in these transactions I'm going through one by one.